What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris, and in today's video we're going to be revisiting and taking a look into this new and improved BitAxe Gamma Bitcoin miner from powermining.io. Now in addition to that, we're also partnering with powermining.io on a special giveaway for one of you, my lucky subscribers. Now this is actually a miner that I reviewed previously, but this one is the redesigned version that has proven over the last month to be much better. It's sleeker, it's better packaged, and it comes with a brand new heatsink design that makes a big difference in both performance and cooling. Now, before we do jump in, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor. You guessed it, it's powermining.io, one of the most trusted online stores for ASICs, home miners, and even DPIN hardware. Now, I've been ordering from powermining.io for quite a while now, and I genuinely appreciate how transparent and responsive they are with stock updates, shipping, and even after-sales support. So if you're thinking about grabbing your own BitAxe Gamma, make sure to use my affiliate link below to help support this channel and get it directly from powermining.io, where you know you're getting the real deal. And to take it one step further, to celebrate the launch of this newly redesigned BitAxe Gamma miner, I am also partnering with powermining.io to give one of these away to one of my lucky subscribers. Keep watching for details on how you can enter to win one of these for yourself. So let's start with the unboxing. Okay, so the very first thing that I noticed, and honestly is something that I appreciate, is the completely revamped packaging. Now, if you've ordered a BitAxe Gamma previously from powermining.io, you may remember that the old BitAxe shipped in a more utilitarian box that was honestly very plain. Now, as you can see, this one looks and feels more premium, and it's neatly presented with foam inserts that are protecting the miner, a clean label, and a minimalist aesthetic that feels more like a consumer product rather than a DIY kit. Now in the box, you've got your BitAxe Gamma unit itself, the AC power adapter and the connector, a quick start card, and a few extras tucked underneath, which is simple and professional. And that's something that I really love seeing in this space. Mining hardware that's simple and finally catching up to modern design standards. Now, let's really quickly talk about the most noticeable change and redesign of this BitAxe Gamma, the new heatsink. Now, the previous BitAxe design already performed pretty well, but this larger redesigned heatsink brings in way more surface area for heat dissipation. It's a solid aluminum block with a wider fin structure that actually helps keep temperatures lower and more stable during longer runs. Now, in my previous review, I mentioned that while performance was great, thermals could spike under constant load, especially in warmer rooms like mine, which it is right now. This new Gamma tackles that head on. You can see the cooling fans are deeper and spaced more efficiently, allowing air to flow right through. And because the fins on the heatsink are longer and higher, there is more surface area to dissipate heat from the ASIC chips themselves. Now the stock fan still keeps up nicely, and even under a full load, I noticed a 3 to 5 degrees Celsius drop in core temperatures compared to the previous generation. And aesthetically, it just looks more refined. It's got a matte finish, cleaner PCB layout, and a polished uniform build. It actually feels like BitAxe really listened to community members and feedback and evolved from a tinkerer's project into a legitimate consumer-grade miner that should address a lot of the complaints surrounding the heat around various BitAxe Gammas. Now, what I do like about the BitAxe Gamma is not only is it simple, but it's also affordable. And if you'll notice, most of the solo mine blocks were found with these types of miners. Now, when it does come to setup, it remains as simple as ever. All you have to do is plug in the power, connect via Wi-Fi to the miner's SSID, configure your miner through its dashboard, and you're good to go. Simple as that. The Gamma uses the ESP32 controller, so everything runs off a web dashboard. It's accessible from your browser, your phone, and it shows your real-time hash rate, chip temperature, pool settings, and even allows firmware updates directly through the interface. Now, I happen to connect all my solo miners to via BTC, where I'm solo mining BCH for the best chance at mining a block. But you can use pretty much any SHA-256 pool that you want. Within minutes, I was hashing away, and hopefully one day, like most of us hope, I'll mine a block for myself. Now, what's impressive about this all-new Gamma is the stability. If you've been using these BitAxe Gammas for a while now, you may remember that earlier BitAxe models sometimes drop connection, overheat, or they freeze after long uptime periods. This one has been rock solid. In fact, I've been running it continuously over the last month and it hasn't missed a beat. Now, if you've made it this far, before continuing, let's talk about how one of you lucky viewers can get a chance to win one of these redesigned BitAxe Gammas for yourself. To enter the random drawing, all you have to do is 1. Subscribe to this channel, as well as one of powermining.io's social media accounts, which you can find on the screen or in the description section below. 2. You must also like this video. And then 3. Comment below about what excites you most about home mining or this BitAxe Gamma. And please also include in your comment a link to your social media account, which you use to subscribe to powermining.io's social media account, so that we can also reach out to you once the winner is selected. And that's it. A winner will be selected, contacted, and announced right here on the channel at the end of the month. So make sure you've got notifications turned on, and good luck. Now, aside from the contest itself, let's talk about what you really want to know: performance. This BitAxe Gamma still uses the BM1397 ASIC chip, the same family used in Antminer S17s. So you're getting proven efficiency in a compact setup. Now, on average, I was hitting around 430 to 450 gigahertz per second while pulling roughly 15 to 17 watts. Now that's insane efficiency for something that literally fits in the palm of your hand. Now noise-wise, as you can hear, it's whisper quiet. Although some of the noise that you might be hearing might be from my other ASIC miners laying around. But you can easily keep it on a desk or shelf without it being annoying. This new heatsink really helps the fan run a lot slower, which makes a huge difference when it comes to sound levels. And if you're someone who enjoys optimizing, you can tweak voltage and frequency settings right in the interface. There's a ton of headroom if you want to undervolt for quieter operation, or even overclock slightly for more performance. Now, as I mentioned before, I've had this running in my home office for the past month, and what stood out the most to me wasn't just the numbers, it's how stable and consistent this thing is. It's easy to forget it's even running. No fan ramp-ups, no connectivity hiccups, and no heat issues. Just steady, efficient hashing. Now for me, the BitAxe Gamma isn't about mining profits. It's about learning, experimenting, and being part of the decentralized ecosystem. Also, it's great for solo mining. Whether you're testing pool configurations, setting up nodes, or you just want to understand mining at a smaller scale, this is an awesome entry point. And if you're lucky and you're solo mining, you could potentially mine a block for a huge reward. Plus, it's honestly a great little conversation starter. Friends always ask, wait, that tiny little thing mines Bitcoin? And then they always leave amazed. Now, before moving on, I do want to take a moment to talk a little bit more about powermining.io, since they've been a huge part of why I even got into testing these kind of devices. They are a reputable supplier specializing in home mining gear, ASICs, and again, even D-pin hardware. Everything from BitAxe units to full-scale GPU and ASIC miners. Now, I've personally ordered multiple devices from them, all shipped fast, well-packed, and exactly as advertised. Their team is super responsive if you've got a question about compatibility, power requirements, or even pool setups. When you're dealing with hardware like this, having a trusted vendor is everything, and powermining.io has proven time and time again that they're reliable and community focused. Now again, if you are ready to grab your own BitAxe Gamma, hit my link in the description section below and help support this channel so I can keep testing gear like this for you guys. Now, if you do end up ordering one or more for yourself, email me at contest@clowofficial.com or even post in the comments section your order numbers and I'll give you extra entries into the contest that we talked about previously. Now, with that being said, let's move into my final thoughts. This redesigned BitAxe Gamma is exactly what I hoped it would be, an evolution. They took something that was already fun and functional and they gave it a more refined, thermally stable, and visually appealing upgrade. The new heatsink design improves cooling, the updated package feels professional, and the miner itself remains efficient, quiet, and educational. Now if you're into crypto, tinkering, or D-pin style edge mining, this is one of the easiest ways to get your hands dirty without a massive investment. Once again, big thanks to powermining.io for sponsoring this video and for continuing to support the DIY mining community. Make sure you do check them out using my affiliate link below if you want to grab this BitAxe Gamma or explore other miners they've got in stock. Now, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more reviews, and let me know in the comments section below what miner or D-pin device you'd like me to test out next. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy mining.